Alright guys, we are back with the second episode of my podcast where I still have no idea what I'm doing. But we're gonna bring in my handy dandy trusty random topic generator again, because since I can't come up with things to talk about, the internet's gonna give me things to talk about.
Cheater.
I'll eventually get, I eventually want people to send me things, like topics and questions and, just whatever. I might do some story times. I'm still trying to figure it out, because I'm going to have to, write it out in front of me, because I'm going to change names, obviously. And, I don't want to accidentally name slip and then, ruin some of my friends' reputations. But, so I'll eventually get into some other stuff, but for now, I guess I am cheating using the internet. Let's see. Will technology save the human race or destroy it? I think it could go either way, because technology is good if used the right way and, for the right purpose in the right hands. Because without technology, there's a lot of things we wouldn't be able to do today, and we can save a lot more lives now, with all the machines we have, like the CAT scans and, tests we can run. But at the same time, technology has made it to where I think we depend on it too much. And it, it also pulls people away from things. It puts entirely too much of everybody's business out there. It makes it easier for people to, find you, I guess. Makes it easier for people to know you, to find information on you. I don't know. It can be dangerous, and it can also be quite helpful. So I think it could go either way. I think it really matters how we decide as a human race how we want to use it. I think it matters whose hands certain things end up in. I think it's really up to us if we want it to save us or destroy us, because it could do some good, but it can also do a lot of bad. We'll see. Do you always have to have the latest phone? No. I do love my iPhone, but I'm also the person who has sold almost every iPhone I've had before this one, and then later on I buy another one, and I haven't sold this one yet. But no, I've used the cheap prepaid phones from Walmart before. I really don't care, as long as, it does what a phone needs to do. I don't care. Would I love to have the absolute latest phone all the time? Yeah, sure, it'd be nice, but I don't have to. I know some people who have to have the latest of everything. I've never understood it.
Me neither.
Superficial things, and I'm not a superficial
I didn't get my
person.
first phone until 9th grade. I had one before that, but I wasn't supposed to have it. Got took, so I didn't have my first phone until 9th grade. And I was always the kid who played outside, and I was always in choir and football. So my parents pretty much always knew where I was. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't typically the type of kid that would sneak off, but I would have my times. And I bet they wish I had a phone at those times too. But I can go without a phone. Like the first couple of days, I'll be reaching in my pocket, where's my phone at? But after that, I'm good. I'll just do other stuff.
I think I got my first phone at the end of my 8th grade year, close to the end. So I was 14, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I got it taken away a lot too, so I guess I learned to live without it. My parents took my phone for 2 months one time. So, yeah. I went and stayed with my best friend, Karina.
Probably thought you were going to die, and you were better than you thought.
I did. Stayed with my best friend, Karina, and she let me use her phone. So I could text my boyfriend at the time, who actually ended up breaking up with me. So kind of wish I wouldn't have, tried to talk to him. It was hilarious though. My mom found out that I used it, got in trouble. It's a whole big thing. I also remember one time she took my phone away and she put it on the bookshelf right outside of my room in our hallway. Obviously, I'm gonna see my phone, so I'm gonna grab it and see how long I can keep it without her noticing. I had that phone for a week, and I kept it behind my TV while I was cleaning my room, and I would go over there to my closet, act like I was going through things, and grab it and text my friend back. Well, I got into a conversation and forgot, so I turned to walk across my room with my phone in my hand, and my mom is walking right by my doorway and gets so mad at me, and then I ended up losing my phone for even longer, and I was supposed to get it back a week later. I ended up losing it for even longer, and then she started locking them up in the lockbox. So yeah, I guess losing your phone a lot as a kid keeps you okay with not having a phone.
Right.
What was the unspoken scandal in your town when growing up? I don't know if it was completely unspoken. It is pretty out there and shocking, but we had a sheriff, and not gonna say names or anything, but we had a sheriff, and his wife, one of his wives died, I think. One of his, or maybe his only, I don't know. They think that he killed her, and he was investigated, but they could never find, I don't know if she went missing or if she died, I don't know, but they could never find any proof for her body or anything. And there's a theory that he buried her underneath the house that he built, and but nothing could ever be proved. He was investigated and everything, nothing could be proved. Huh?
Where was this?
This is in Paragould.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Paragould, Arkansas. But yeah, that was part of it. There's another part, that same sheriff, you could pay a certain amount of money to him per year, and
you wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah, he wouldn't get in trouble. You could just slide under the radar. That's how people wonder why Paragould's so bad with meth for the longest, because if you paid the sheriff enough money, he's gonna look the other way. So obviously they're not gonna take down the their drug situations, because they're paying the money.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why Paragould's big.
I never knew that.
Method town, yeah. There's a lot of weird scandals and unspoken things about Paragould you would never imagine. But yeah, those are two of the biggest ones. But like I said, most people, if you hear this and you're from around there and you know about it, you're gonna know who I'm talking about. I'm not saying names because he had something tragic happen, and it seemed like he really it changed his entire life. I'm not saying it's okay if he did kill his wife, but I just think maybe the man just needs some peace now, because his life definitely changed after a tragedy. Anyway. Who is someone popular now that you really like, and why do you like them so much? So a celebrity, I guess?
I think so.
Okay, David Diggs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just love that man so much. I don't know. Watched him in Hamilton, and I'd seen him before in other things, but seen him in Hamilton, and I just love his role in Hamilton. And then watching his interview of his house and hearing about him and his wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. He just seems like such a genuine and real person. Not only extremely talented, but I feel like he's one of those people who, yeah, he's a celebrity, but he's still so, like, down to earth and real and, like, you know, humble. He just seems like a genuine person. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love the vibe that I get from him. So I guess that's why I like him so much. I like it when people don't let their status and their, like, money change them, you know.
Yeah.
Never forget where you came from.
Facts.
What is something you can never seem to finish? Shows. I have like 20 or so shows right now that I have not finished. Like, there's some that I've binged and like completely finished, but like, what is it? I think I just caught up on Grey's Anatomy. So like I'm completely caught up there. But I have Naruto. I have The Flash, Legends, Good Trouble. I don't know, there's so many shows. Me and Thomas start shows all the time, and then we see an ad for another show, and we're like, let's start that one. And then we see another one, and, well, yeah, you know. Now we have a huge list of shows that we have not finished.
Yeah.
Or, like, we'll get in a movie watching mood, so instead of, like, catching up on shows, we'll watch movies. It's never ending.
Right. I don't know how people get through shows so fast.
I don't know. Like I said, like, I've binge watched shows before and finished. Because I did that with Grey's Anatomy until, like, the new stuff started coming out. Like, I binge watched, I think they were on season, like, 12 or 13 maybe when I did this. So I, like, binge watched all of those seasons. And then got to where I had to watch it, you know, on TV, which sucks when you're used to not having to do that.
Also, it probably doesn't help that I'm the type of person who has to see everything. And hear everything.
Like, if he misses one thing, he goes back. And it annoys me so much because this man will rewind the same scene like 5 times just to make sure he hears every bit of it. Like, I can't tell him what they said. He has to hear it.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I was never like that until, like, recently. I don't know.
I mean, I get it. Some shows, like, you just get really into and you have to see absolutely everything.
And I don't think other people are like that. Like, if they miss something that's, like, insignificant, like, you know, it just keeps going, you know. But I got to see everything. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I got to know why the music came in right there. Or even if I don't hear a single word that someone said.
And he wants to, you know everybody's backstory. Gotta know everything. Which I get like that too, so I can't really say much, but.
And maybe because I'm a writer. So, like, I'm just looking for everything that people are incorporating and everything. I don't know. Anyway.
Is there anything that makes you far angrier than it should? I have a few, like, pet peeves, and one of them is hearing people eat and, like, smacking, which I probably should not get as angry as I do, but it annoys me so much. Like, I'm working on it, I'm really working on it, but it just makes something inside me snap to the point that I've thought about stabbing somebody with a fork for hearing them eat. And yes, I know that's bad. I would never actually stab them, but I guess that's probably something that makes me far more angrier than it really should, but it annoys me. And I'm trying really hard right now. I have a cough drop in my mouth. I'm trying to not make noise because not only is it going to annoy, like, you guys, it's going to annoy me because I'm hearing it myself through the headphones. It's probably not a healthy pet peeve to have. But It is. Are bigger or smaller schools better? Well, I have been to both. There was one school, it had 7th through 12th grade in the same building. If I would have stayed there, the graduating class I had was like 28 kids, I think. And so basically, if you were in regular classes or pre-AP classes, you were going to be in every class together. Like, you weren't going to be in a bunch of, like, different people in your classes. So, like, I guess it can be good and it can be bad. Because I've also been in a school where my graduating class was, like, 600 something. I think with smaller schools, you can get more of a one-on-one with teachers. So if you're someone who maybe you don't learn very good doing a lot of it on your own and you want more of that one-on-one feeling, a smaller school would be better. Because like I said, you know, you're going to be in every single class with the same, like, 15 kids probably. Because there was, like, regular and there's pre-AP and there was, like, 28 or 30 of us. So it's like 15 in each, usually. So like those same 15 kids are going to have the same classes, the same teacher, at the same time. So like you'll have, you know, a group of kids that you can get close with and you can study with. And then those teachers only have 15 students for, you know, that level. So I guess that would be better. Like with bigger schools, I think a lot of kids get lost in the crowds because it's really hard for these, you know, teachers who have, like, I don't know, how many would you say, like hundreds of kids every day that you're teaching a lesson to? Like, it's really hard for them to make time between teaching all of their classes to, like, sit down with each individual student. So like obviously some students are going to get lost in that. You know, so I think that makes it more difficult. It makes it more difficult to stand out in bigger schools, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta, like, be known. Like, you gotta be, like, the coach's kid or, like, you know, something.
Like, you almost have to be somebody, and that's sad because it's school and, you know, everybody's supposed to get the same, you know, education and treatment. But I feel like in bigger schools, like the school I went to, if you weren't a teacher's kid or a coach's kid, then you didn't have any status there.
And I mean, it could be the same way for a small school too.
Yeah, it can. It definitely can.
But like, yeah, with a small school, everybody knows everybody. Everybody's in your business too, bro. Like,
yeah. Like, literally something happened at my school, and by the end of the day, it was blown out of complete proportion. And everybody knew about it, and, like, it wasn't even the full, right, true story. Like, it was bad.
Yeah, a lot of telephone.
But with bigger schools, I also think, like, if you want to do sports or arts or something like that.
Colleges look at those.
Yeah, colleges will look at the bigger schools before they will the smaller schools. So, it just depends on, like, what you're really looking for from the school. Like, for me, I had the chance to go to Votech my senior year, and so that's how I got my CNA license. So I had something I could do as a career if I didn't want to, you know, pursue anything further. So that's one good thing about the big school. What are 3 interesting facts about you? I hate talking about myself more than anything, and I guess, I don't know.
Well, this is Life with Jess.
I know, and I guess that's why it's so hard for me, because I've always hated talking about myself. Like, I hated it when on the first day of school, all of the teachers were like, tell me about yourself, and that was your assignment for the day. You had to write, like, an essay just about you, and I'm like, why? Like, I will write you an essay about anything else but myself. Like, I hated it. But I guess 3 interesting facts. I can sing really well, actually, but I don't have the guts to do it in front of people. I've made a lot of people mad for not singing more. But I guess that's an interesting fact. I actually have talent. I just don't like to let people know. And I can draw and make things. I'm actually kind of smart too. I don't know. I just don't like people knowing stuff about me. Like, I just feel like when people find out you can do things, it's what they expect from you. I don't like people to expect things from me because I feel like I'm gonna let everybody down. So, it's one interesting fact. Let me see. There's another interesting fact. Let me see. This is why I don't talk about myself. Because I suck at it. I almost drowned as a child. And then I had somebody try to drown me. Because that could be an interesting fact. And I remember it vividly, and I was only like, how old was I want to say I was like 3 or 4. It's like my earliest memory. So it's like kind of scary, you know, your earliest memory is almost drowning. But that is my earliest memory. We were at a church thing, and we were staying in a hotel, and it was me, my brother, and my Uncle Jason. Went to the pool, and my mom told him, you know, make sure she keeps her floaties on, make sure you watch her, all of that. Well, we were doing like a noodle train, so my brother was like up here holding a noodle, Jason was holding the end of that one, and then holding one that I was holding the other end of. And they were just pulling me. Well, I'm a child, obviously, you know, I let go. I don't remember if I let go on purpose or if my hand slipped. But all I remember after that is being pulled out of the water and Jason like over me trying to save me. And ever since then, I've been absolutely terrified of water. I love going swimming and going to the beach. But if my feet can't touch like a flat surface and my head be above the water, I freak out. I've tried to get over it. I'm actually a really good swimmer. Like, really good. But I hate it. But that's my earliest memory. / interesting fact. I almost drowned when I was like 3. It's not a fun time. Another interesting fact. I'm not a people person at all. Like, you can ask anybody that knows me. I like hate crowds. I hate talking to people. I hate meeting strangers. I just don't do well with it. But ever since I was 18 years old, I've been in a career that has to do with being like around people and meeting so many different people because I work in healthcare and I take care of people every day. And I'm really good at it. And I just open up out of my shell and turn into a whole new person. And I'm a people person at work to the part where like people tell me I have great people skills. But if I'm not at work, I have horrible people skills. Like, I will stutter over words, stumble, shut down, sweat, get sick. Like, I almost can't even go to the store by myself. I get so nervous. It's bad. And I don't know. It's just interesting that at work, I am great. But if I'm not at work, my people skills are terrible. I struggled through those 3 interesting facts, but, you know, you get what you get, and those are my 3 facts. What old school skill set do you have? Does sewing count?
I think so.
Because if, like, anything happened and we couldn't buy clothes anymore that were already made, we had to make our own, I can do that. I think it's pretty cool. I know how to make clothes. They may not be, you know, the most, you know, couture fashion clothes, but I can make clothes. I will be okay if the store shut down or tell me I can't come in though. What is the best thing to do on a cold winter day? Stay inside. No, I like cold weather. I just don't like Minnesota cold weather. Like, Colorado cold weather is okay. It can
it's
get
pretty cold
rough.
here too.
but I think I can handle it. Minnesota, on the other hand, 3 hours from Canada and negative 30 degrees. No, I cannot. I hate it. I like fall, like hoodie weather. Like I like it to be crisp and chilled, to where I can wear a sweater or a hoodie and be okay. If I have to wear 4 layers, a coat, snow boots, socks, thermals, and cover every inch of my skin, I am not going to be a happy camper. I hate it. It was awful. But if it's like not Minnesota cold, then I actually love to go outside and like play in the snow. If there's snow, I love sledding, building snowmen, snowballs, snow angels. I love that. And then I love to like come in and have hot chocolate. Like you gotta have hot chocolate on a cold winter day. It's just a must. So I just like to go out, play in the snow, get chilled, and then come in and drink hot chocolate. It's just a typical winter day though. Let me see. If you built a themed hotel, what would the theme be and what would the rooms look like? I think that I would build a hotel with every floor being like a different decade. So like I would have like a 20s, a 30s, a 40s. I would even like go as far back as to have like a Victorian era. And I want it to be like you can have the whole experience of what it would be like living in those times. Like everything's gonna look like it. I might even go as far as to have costumes you can use. The foods are gonna be from there. What you're gonna eat and drink from, how you're gonna eat and drink, like everything. And I think on the ones where like before electricity, I would even have it to where you had to use candles and stuff. It would be cool. I think that would be lit.
Yeah. Wouldn't be very well lit.
I think it would be fun though, just like, because I've always wanted to do that. Like, I've always wanted to find a town where you could stay for like a few days or a week and live how they lived in whatever time like you want to experience. I always thought that would be fun. Sorry. Trying to get rid of this cough drop. What's the story behind your last rant? I think my last rant was over something to do with work. Which is what it usually is about. I love what I do. I love where I work. I just get frustrated. And that's all I'm going to say about that. What mode of transportation have you never tried? I have never been on a train. And I've always wanted to be on a train. Hold on. My cough drop broke in my mouth. And it's like making it hard to talk. Anyway, I've never been on a train. I've always been like terrified, but I really want to go on a train ride. Like I want to go on one where it's like a scenic train ride. So like the whole time, like you're getting to go through and see like mountains and everything, and like I probably want to go to another country to do that. But I've always wanted to be on a train. Have you ever been on a train?
Yeah.
What's it like?
I mean, it's kind of like a bus, but like a little more noisy.
Could see that. Do they go really fast?
Not the one I was on, but some of them do. I've never been on like a newer train. I've been on one like a while ago.
See, I want to ride a train, but I don't think I want to ride a subway. Because at the Denver airport, to get to the gates, you have to ride this like subway tram thing. And that thing goes so fast. Like, if you're not holding on, because I was like, okay, I'll be fine. No, you're not fine. You have to hold on for dear life, or it's going to throw you on your butt. So I don't know if subways or anything like that. Not my cup of tea, for sure. What sci-fi movie or book would you like the future to be like? I think in Back to the Future, when they go to the future, which is already supposed to be our future, I think that's pretty cool.
Wouldn't they go to 2015?
Yeah. I always thought that was cool. Like, I was always wondering, like, is that going to exist? Like, hoverboards, flying cars.
Some of the stuff in that movie does exist.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like the little Pepsi thing. Like, I mean, sort of.
I thought it was cool, like, when she took that, like, little, like, itty-bitty pizza thing and tossed it in and it, like, expanded.
Yeah, I've always wanted those.
Yeah.
Since, like,
cool.
Spy Kids and stuff.
Yeah. Bro, yeah, Spy Kids. When they, like, just punched in what they wanted and then it poofed. I love stuff like that. Like, I just think it would be cool to have more stuff like that, I guess. I don't know if that's considered... Is that considered sci-fi?
Science fiction. I don't know.
I mean, it's time travel.
Yeah, true.
So,
that is true, yeah.
But yeah, I always thought it would be cool to have it like that. I thought it was cool that, like, since she was herself, she could get in the house.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, she was herself from the past.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, still would be the same fingerprint
Yeah.
and all that.
I think time travel would be cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I just want to go see, like, a little bit of the times. And I know it's going to be, like, way different, obviously, because, I mean, me and you wouldn't even be able to be together.
Yeah.
Because, and for all of y'all who don't know, I'm white and Thomas is black. My mom would kill me for saying that. But, yeah. My mom's one of those people you don't call black people black. She gets mad. She hates it. She'll yell at you. But yeah, so we wouldn't even be able to be together. Like, if you go back not that long ago, actually. Scary to think about. What word do you always misspell? Necessary. Bro, like, I still do not know how to spell that word.
Nope.
And then, like, I can never even get it close enough for autocorrect to pick it up.
Nope.
Like, I try so many different ways, and I'm like, bro, I just want you to autocorrect this word for me. Like,
like, there was, like, little songs to spell words back in the day. Like, Renaissance, they did it to, like, the Mickey Mouse thing. Yeah. Like, there was never one for that. Like,
why? There needed to be, because I still, as a 25-year-old adult, cannot spell that word. And then autocorrect doesn't even pick up my suggestions. They say that everyone has a book in them. What would your book be about? Me and my dad actually had an idea to write a book together. And it was just going to be like one from my perspective and his perspective of what it's like growing up with all of my mental health issues, and in his perspective of raising someone and, like, not understanding that and trying to, and, like, you know, how it affected our relationship together. Kind of just like a father-daughter, you know, two sides to every story type book. Thought that would be cool. We actually sat down and, like, made notes out and everything. We just haven't done it yet. But I always want to write a book like that. I think it'd be cool. It'd be unique to see, maybe even helpful for, like, another, you know, young teenage daughter and her dad. Like, maybe it would help them see, hey, you know, everybody, you know, other people are going through this, you know, let's maybe take some points and maybe they won't have to struggle with their relationship. I just thought that would be cool, though. How do you approach life? I just keep thinking of these memes, like, you know, those memes when it's like, where it makes, like, you're like tumbling through life pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Or like the dude parasailing, but his thing is like on fire.
Yeah, that's how I approach life.
Yeah.
I try to approach life in a, like, I try to make the most of every day. I try to, and I don't always do this. I'm actually very horrible at it, but I try to get up and just be positive and keep my day positive. I try to live life the best way I know how, but I struggle a lot. I didn't used to be such a negative person, and I'm trying really hard to not be anymore, but I guess I let so much pile up on me, and I never opened up when I was younger. So it kind of turned me into more of a stress ball and negative person, but I'm getting better. I'm trying to approach life with a just live life and worry about yourself aspect, which it seems like the world struggles with. But yeah. If you could have any animal as a pet, what animal would you choose? I'm pretty sure I answered this last time, but I want a tiger or a giraffe or a lion. I want things that are probably going to kill me, but you know, they're cute and fluffy, so why not? There was a time we went to the Denver Zoo when we first got here, and Kylan lost it because he couldn't pet the hyenas. He couldn't get in the cage and pet the hyena. And I have a video and he was just bawling his eyes out because he couldn't pet the hyena. And I'm like, kid, if you only knew. But yeah, gets that from, I guess, both of us. We both want like lions and tigers. Yeah, I want the dangerous animals that you probably shouldn't have, but why not? What is the dumbest rule you've been forced to follow? Does getting the vaccine to keep your job count? I mean, more power to you if you want to get the vaccine. If that's how you feel, great. I got it too because I didn't really have a choice. But I don't think anybody should be forced to take it. You know, we're not forced to take anything else, really. I think it should be everybody's decision. And I don't think it's right that we as healthcare workers have literally been fighting this whole time through this whole disease and holding your loved one's hands when you couldn't and taking care of people who were very, very sick and risking our lives the entire time without a vaccine. And now you're telling us if we don't get it that we lose our jobs. The jobs that we've been doing to make sure people get better and survive this. The jobs that you weren't doing. You know, the jobs that nobody else wanted to do. You know, risking our lives, being on the front line of this. And now you're telling us we can't do that job anymore. A job that I've done since I was 18 years old. You know, a job that nurses and doctors have spent thousands of dollars to learn how to do. Thousands of dollars in debt. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. And now you're telling them that they have to lose everything if they don't get this vaccine. Yeah, I don't think that that's right. Granted, I didn't get it because I wasn't in a position to walk away from my career. You know, I was not prepared for that. I wish I was because I would have fought with everything in me against getting it. But I just wasn't prepared for that. And I couldn't risk, you know, my family losing everything for not taking the vaccine. So I took it. I'm happy about it, but I did it. And like I said, if you felt okay getting it, great. Like, I'm not going to talk bad about you. That's fine. It's your decision. I truly believe that. And I'm not saying that I never wanted to get it. You know, I would have got it in the future. But I just, within myself, did not feel like I wanted to get it right now. And then I was backed into a corner and told, basically, you have 8 weeks to make a decision. It's either this vaccine or your career. until didn't really have much choice. So I got it, and we'll see. Made me absolutely sick. Not looking forward to the second dose because they say it's worse, but that's probably the dumbest rule that I've ever had to follow. Do you have a moment in your life you wish you could relive? Yeah, I don't know if I have like specific moments necessarily. I just wish I could go back and have more time with some people. Do a little bit of things different, I guess, like just been smarter about things. Yeah, I don't really want to change things because I wouldn't be who I am today without everything that's happened. But I wish that I would have known a bit more and focused on other things. I wish I could have been prepared and had more time with the people I lost. Just wish I could have had like those relationships back for a little bit. So I guess
Drake has this song that says, sometimes I wish I could go back in life, not to change nothing, just to feel a couple things twice.
Yeah.
And that resonates. Like every time I hear it, it just resonates so much. Cause like you said, I wouldn't change anything per se, but like some things I wish I would have like had the knowledge to just appreciate more. Like,
yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Just like, cause as a kid and as a teenager, you don't appreciate those moments.
Yeah.
And then before I knew it, I didn't have my Milan people anymore. And, just thinking back to those summers of being at their house and riding four-wheelers with them and planning out menus and Mommy Wall making absolute anything we wanted, and coloring with her that you would think, as a teenager, you think you're too old to do things like that. But I would give anything to sit at that table with her again and color a picture. Like, I just want to relive moments like that, I don't want to change anything. I just
would be in the moment more.
Yeah. I just gonna stop talking because I'm gonna start crying. Yeah, I just want to relive moments. Just feel it again. Do you prefer fiction or nonfiction books? I like both, but I like fiction more, I think, because I use reading as an escape. I like to go in different worlds. I like to imagine, these characters in my own way. I like to be in a different world for however long I'm reading that book. So I really prefer fiction. I mean, I love nonfiction as well. Like, I love
I want to read
books.
the Hamilton book as well.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like nonfiction like that too. Like,
yeah, like learning about like people who founded this country and like how things happen like that. I love things like that. I love self-help books, studies. Like, I love things.
And
like
what
that
about Julius Caesar by like Shakespeare? Like, I know like he took his own spin on it, but like, would that still count as fiction or nonfiction? Because it's really about like
really
the Roman
happened.
Empire and stuff.
Like it really did happen, but like, right?
I'm pretty sure.
I have to Google that. Sorry, momentary pause, because I have to know this.
Because that's like one of my favorite Shakespeare pieces.
I love Julius Caesar.
Bro, I remember like, so Etude Brute, like that's like literally the biggest thing. And there was these kids in my class, like when we were reading it out loud and stuff. And they were like, Etude Brute, like. And I was like, they're trying so hard, but they just don't know. Like, they don't know, like, they don't know how any foreign language is supposed to be pronounced. Only reason I did is because choir and stuff like that, and because I would read stuff like that. And
I think it's considered nonfiction because this graphic novel of Julius Caesar is graphic nonfiction. So I'm pretty sure it's nonfiction because
I need them to make a manga classic, bro.
Do they not have one of Julius Caesar?
No, but they have like more coming soon. Like they have a lot of good ones, and it says like they're gonna add more.
That's cool.
But that would be great. But yeah, did Hamlet really happen or no?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
But yeah, like stuff like that I can read for days. Like, but I mean, I think fiction would be like my favorite.
Yeah, I just like to use it as an escape.
Yeah.
I love picking up a book and
and like stuff like Naruto, like it's fiction, but like the stuff and the lessons and stuff are so real. Like, you know, like the experiences and stuff is so real. So I don't think of it as like fiction, like dragons and trolls and stuff. Which I mean, I love that type of stuff too. But I don't know. It's just real life stuff that I can like put into my real life and relate to. Like, you know. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. If there were Internet Olympics, what sports would be in it?
Trolling.
Huh?
Trolling.
At first I thought it was asking, like, what would you be in?
Oh.
But, like, yeah, trolling. Yeah. And I would be really good at finding whatever information you would like me to find. Because I'm really good. I could have been a detective, bro. I'm so good at it. Or like, I don't know. Trolling, finding information,
clout chasing.
Clout chasing for sure. I feel like it would be like some good and some bad. It would really like bring
TikToking.
Yeah. YouTube. Who posts the most?
Yeah. Hey, I post every day on my YouTube channel. Just throwing that out there. T Blunt Reacts for anyone who's listening.
What does it mean to live a good life, in your opinion? To be happy. You know, just do what you love to do. Be who you want to be. Love who you want to love. And just live your life. And I think that's living a good life. You know, I don't think you have to be on a beach in complete peace to live a good life. I don't think you have to have absolutely everything that's known to man. I don't think you have to have the best of everything. I don't think you have to be, you know, the top person at a business, you know, because a lot of those people are unhappy, like more unhappy than you would imagine. I think to live a good life, you just need to find what makes you happy and run with it. And I think that will give you the best life you could possibly have.
Yeah, I just want my son to have the best life.
Yeah, I want our son to have everything.
I will be happy.
Yeah, I want our son to have everything he could ever imagine, and that will make me happy. That will be my definition of living a good life. Seeing my son get everything he could ever want or need. That is my definition of good. Do you wish there were more or fewer holidays, and why?
I wish there was more back in the day because we would have got out of school more. But
I wish that I kind of wish there were more, just because everybody's nice around holidays. You get to spend time with your family.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there was like another Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I love holidays because it brings your family together.
Yeah.
And I love that feeling. Like I hate it when, you know, there's so much gap, because like we have Halloween, then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then New Year's, and then
like
we don't really have anything.
You got like Labor Day and Memorial Day.
Yeah, but like
unless you live like close to your family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's only like a day or two holiday.
And then you get 4th of July in July, and then like all the 3 major holidays are like at the end of the year, and then
yeah,
you have nothing.
Because like Thanksgiving, you get the week off. Christmas, you get like 2 weeks off. You know what I'm saying? So you can do some traveling. You know.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Just escaped my mind. Oh, I feel like you should want to spend time with your family throughout the year anyway.
Right. I mean, but throughout the year, like, everybody's working, grinding, trying to stack money for vacations and stuff, like, you know. So I kind of get, like, as a kid, like, I was always like, why can't it always be like this? But, like, now as an adult, I kind of see, like, okay, I mean, like, everybody has their own, like, immediate family, you know what I'm saying? Kids got to go to school. Adults got to go to work, make a living, you know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, I feel like that makes us appreciate those times, too, you know, whenever we do get to come together. Are you listening to me? Oh, you were just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm listening. I was clicking for more questions.
Oh, okay, I'll stop talking.
When you want to escape from everyone, where do you go? I don't really get to escape much, but like I just want to like find somewhere, usually outside, and I just want to read or something. Escape to a world that's not this one. That's how I escape. Or I'll put my headphones in and draw or write. You know, for me, I'm very like hands-on and crafty and like artsy. So anything that can just let me put my absolute focus into and drown everything else out is what I do when I need to escape. Do you like horror movies? Why or why not? Sometimes I do. It depends on what it's about. I have watched some that deal with like possessions and stuff, but I would prefer not to because I truly believe in all of that and it's scary and like it's just too real for me. I love the It movies, even though I'm terrified of clowns. I watch them with my hands over my eyes though, when the clown's on the screen. Like I do not look at the clown at all. I watch the other parts though, perfectly fine. I don't like the Chucky movies. I'm scared of Chucky. I had a buddy doll, and I used to have to throw him in my closet and shut my door and like put stuff in front of it to be able to sleep. Yeah. I watched Annabelle in the theaters with Thomas and Tyler.
Just some friends.
Yeah. So, it was a fun time. So it just depends. I like thrillers though. I like the Saw movies. Why do I have the Mario theme in my head? What do you do to get rid of stress? Well, I don't know, because I'm always stressing. If you have any tips though, we'll greatly appreciate them. Trying to just learn to breathe and ignore things doesn't always work. Any tips? Absolutely anything. I'm willing to try anything at this point because I stress about everything, and then I start stressing because I'm stressing, and then I'm just gone, just lost in a ball of stress. So yeah, I'm not the best person to come to for relaxation advice because I suck at it. How has technology changed the music industry? Well, for starters, now you can stream everything. So it's not like you're
No
not
one
really
really
going
sells anything.
Yeah. You're not really going out to the store and getting the new CD or record. Like, so I feel like that's a big change because now, like,
I mean, people do get access to the music faster.
Yeah, it makes, like, you don't have to wait, because I remember waiting for the new Jonas Brothers CD to come out, and, like, you don't have to wait and, like, go get a CD and have a CD player and all that, and, like, it makes it easier. You have more mobile access now. You can have everything on your phone. So, I mean, I guess it's good in a way. It just changed how you track, like, album sales and everything.
Yeah. Also, okay, so I guess it's changed, but not really changed, because people have also always seen celebrities as these type of gods or like these superhumans or whatever. But like nowadays, like a lot of like, you know, musicians have YouTube channels and like Instagrams and stuff. So like you do get these like little peeks into their life that you can like, you're like, oh, okay, I can relate to this person, or like, you know, and I think that's pretty cool. But also it's just like makes them perceive them as more of a god or whatever sometimes. Like, but for me, it's like, okay, this person literally lives a normal life outside of the camera. Like, well, they're still on camera, but outside of like, you know, all of the lights and, you know, everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, auto-tune. I mean,
yeah, auto-tune, big thing now. What's something about you today that the old you would find surprising? I have a child and I'm getting married. I always wanted to be a mom, I guess, but I never really seen myself getting married. Not that I'm against marriage or anything, I just never seen me finding someone, you know, and getting married. I've always imagined a beautiful wedding. It would be like really cool, but I just never thought it would happen, but it did. So I guess I would probably find that very surprising. Who was the last person you called? I called my mom and my son because he's staying with her for until this weekend, actually. I'm gonna go pick him up, and then he's gonna come back, and then a week later we're going to the beach. So I called them. I call them every day, sometimes multiple times a day, and I think it annoys him. But I miss him. So yeah, I think that's really the only person I ever call, unless I have to make a work phone call or like Thomas or something. It's usually my mom and Kylan. I don't like talking on the phone, so. What movie, picture, or video always makes you laugh no matter how often you watch it? Any of the Adam Sandler movies, or anything, Jim Carrey. Like, Liar Liar is so funny. Like, anything with them two in it, like, I can watch and I will always laugh. Like, I just love them. So yeah, if it's anything Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna love it. I will always laugh at Liar Liar. It, like, the pen is blue part, I die at. Like, I want to laugh right now just thinking about it. I don't know if any of y'all have seen that movie, but if you haven't, Liar Liar by Jim Carrey, one of the best movies you're ever gonna watch. It's funny. My brother showed that to me and I fell in love. But yeah, so been doing this for about an hour now, so now y'all heard an hour of me rambling. Know a little more about my opinions and how I feel about things. So I'm gonna try to do this more often so that I can start dropping regularly. I want to at least drop once a week. Usually it'll be on Sundays. because that's my off day, and Thomas's off day, so it's usually Sundays, but like today is a Monday, so we're off a little, but I'm gonna drop at least once a week. I'm gonna try to get more often. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about, let me know. Send questions, comment on YouTube, send me anything, like ask me questions, tell me things you want me to talk about.
For the people watching on YouTube, I guess let them know that they can find the podcast other places now.
Yeah, podcast is pretty much anywhere that you can find a podcast. It's on Apple. We've heard it on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
It's on Spotify.
iHeartRadio, Pandora.
Yeah. So you can find it anywhere. Download it, listen to it, let me know what you think. Give me tips and pointers. Give me anything you want me to talk about. Ask me a question. Ask if there's a story time about a certain event, maybe. I have a funny story about it. Ask me to tell you about a certain age when I was. Anything. You just let me know what you want to hear. So that's all for today, and talk to you again.